Hey yogis, I'm Caitlin Turner, but most of you might know me as Gypset Goddess. And today we're moving into day 2 of 7 days of arm balancing poses with Aloe Yoga. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to Aloe Yoga's YouTube channel and comment to let me know that you loved this class and are flying through the air in your arm balances. Today we're going to go through Flying Pigeon. So let's give it a try, but first, let's warm up our core and our hips, because it's always important to warm up before we practice any poses like this. So we're going to start in a high plank. Just find your stability here. Feel that sensation of your wrists drawing back towards your toes, really zipping up all the way through your core. A little tilt forward of your pelvis can help really engage your lower abs. And you can either stay here, or if you want to play around and have a little challenge, maybe you shift your weight into your right arm, or shift it back into your left arm. Maybe you lift one leg and the other. Whatever you need to do to get your core nice and fired up, go there. We'll hold here a little bit longer. And release, downward dog. From here, inhale your right leg up. Bring it up to your wrists. Your right knee will be behind your right wrist. Your right heel, your right ankle will be behind your left wrist. And we'll just settle in here. We don't need to do a super long pigeon hold. We're just trying to open up through our hips a little bit at least before we do our flying pigeon. Put your weight into your back foot, step your right foot back to your downward dog. Inhale your left leg up, and exhale to left side pigeon. So your left knee will be behind your left wrist, your left ankle will be behind your right wrist. And just take a moment to breathe here. I don't know if you're this way, but I find that my left hip is a lot tighter than my right, which is normal. I think most of us have one side or the other that's a little bit tighter. And you're going to see that in action as we move through this flying pigeon. I have quite a bit of trouble with it on my left side. So we're going to use this as a teaching moment. And on the left side, I'll show the expression that you practice when you're working up to the full expression. And on the right side, we'll do the full expression. So put your weight into your hands, curl your back toes under, step back to downward dog, and let's begin. So just walk your hands back to your feet, gently roll all the way up to standing, and let's do this. And just pick your right foot up like you're coming into your tree pose, except this time you're going to cross it across the front of your left thigh, creating a nice number 4. From here, put a little bend in your standing knee and roll your body down until you're able to bring your hands down onto your mat. Get down nice and flat on both hands. Wrists are stacked right under your shoulders. Your fingers are spread nice and wide. And keep a really strong flex through your right foot because we're going to use it to build a shelf. Now you'll bend your elbows and you're going to bring your right shin to your triceps, the backs of your arms. And you can see here, I'm using my foot to sort of grab my left arm like a handle. So once you feel steady there, just like we did in our crow yesterday, you're going to just practice a little bit shifting your weight forward. Make sure it feels okay. Make sure that your arms can support you. And when you feel safe and when you feel ready, you're going to push your right shin into the backs of your arms, allowing you to lift your left foot off of the mat. You can either stay here or keep shifting forward until you can reach it all the way back. Now, something we really want to focus on here is that you're always pushing with your leg firmly into your arms, because sometimes what can happen if we don't keep that engagement is this. You don't want your hips to be sitting down on your arms. So if you find that that's happening, just back off a little bit. Keep practicing, keep strengthening, and one day the full expression will be there. If that day is not today, then you can practice it like this. So just like we did on the other side, we'll move it into the left. You're gonna cross your left ankle over your right thigh, finding that nice figure 4 shape. Gentle bend in your standing leg. Roll forward until your hands can touch the ground. Woo, this side's tight. Put a nice little bend in your elbows. Create that shelf, placing your left shin on the backs of your arms. Shift your weight forward, and then you're just gonna bend your knee. Try to bring your heel into your hip. And this is sort of like the preparation for that full flying pigeon. So whichever pose you made it to today, whichever step in the process you reached or didn't reach, I just want to tell you that you're doing great. These poses aren't easy, so keep practicing, keep showing up for yourself, keep breathing, and one day you'll get there. Namaste.